In this video, I will discuss Table of Specification, otherwise known as the TOS. TOS is a tool used to ensure that a test or assessment measures the content and thinking skills that the test intends to measure. So this is a foundational tool in designing tests or measures for research and educational purposes. So the primary purpose of TOS is to ensure alignment between the items or elements of an assessment and the content, skills, or constructs that the assessment intends to assess. Thus, when used appropriately, it can provide response content and construct validity evidence. An effective assessment program should always have the clear-cut reference of the three basic elements in constructing a table of specification, namely content, time, and items. So these elements are dissected to sub-elements. First is the content. The element covers the following. We have the topics or lessons. So these are topics and subtopics covered in the teaching learning period. Next, the learning domains. So these are the developmental learning components in the child or learner. So we have the psychomotor, cognitive, and affective. And the learning objectives. So these are the learning outcomes that a teacher desires with the learners. Next, we have time. So this element includes the following. 1. Instructional time. This is the length of time, either in minutes or hours, allotted to finish the entire topic or lesson. So in here, it is on how long you discuss a specific topic or lesson. Then we have the assessment time. So this is the duration or time allotment for the entire assessment period. It considers as well the length of time upon which an average learner is able to finish answering each item. So in here, this is the expected time an average learner can finish to answer an item. And lastly, we have the item or score. This element embraces the following. 1. Domain items or scores. So this is the maximum points given for each item correctly answered in each domain. Next, the total items or scores. This is the perfect score in the entire assessment in all domains. Then, we have the domain item distribution. This is the specific items distributed in each domain of every topic or lesson per assessment type. And lastly, the total domain score. So this is the total maximum score allotted in each domain of every topic or lesson and assessment type. So those are the three basic elements of table of specification. Now, let us discuss about the suggested steps in constructing a table of specification of a teacher-made assessment instrument with respect to their forms and qualities. First, focus on the topics and subtopics covered within the assessment period. So you should only include topics that was just discussed. Next, classify the domains involved in each topic or subtopic from the learning objectives. So you need to classify the learning objectives as either cognitive, affective, or psychomotor. Then, measure the length of time in minutes or hours spent for each topics or subtopics. Next, calculate the length of time used for each domain in each topic or subtopic in step 2. Then construct a graph of items representing each domain in every topic or subtopic. Next, estimate the length of time that an average learner is able to finish each item. Next, secure the administrative time allotment for the assessment. Then determine the total number of items or scores for the entire assessment period with respect to time in Step 6. Next is to select the proper items for the draft in Step 5. Next, specify the length of time an average learner is able to finish the entire assessment. Then find the ratio between the time spent for each topic or subtopic in steps 3 and 4 and the subtotal allotted time for assessment in step 7. Next, take the proportion of the ratio obtained in step 11 and the total number of items or scores obtained in step 8 to obtain the total scores or items per lesson or topic. Next, reconcile and distribute the weight or score of each item with time. Next, finalize the items in each domain of every topic or lesson. And lastly, distribute the items proportionately in every learning domain as to assessment type, either in objective or essay. So we have here an example of a comprehensive table of specification. As discussed a while back, the three basic elements are the content, time, and the items. Under content, we have the topic, domain, and objective. For example, you have discussed 4 topics within the period of assessment. So we have topics A, B, C, and D. Then we also have domain. For example, for topic A, you only have cognitive and affective. Then for topic B, you have cognitive, affective, psychomotor. Topic C, you have cognitive, psychomotor. And topic D, you have affective and psychomotor only. And then we have the objective. For example, topic A, you have cognitive domain. So in here, your objective can start with identify. For example, identify the parts of the microscope. So that will fall under cognitive. Then we have affective. So your objective can start with evaluate. For example, evaluate a situation whether it is morally upright or not, something like that, and so forth. So under time, we have domain time spent. So it is in hour. So this part is how long you have discussed each topic or subtopic. For example, on topic A, the cognitive, you have discussed it 2 hours. Same is true with affective, you have discussed it 2 hours, and so on and so forth. So a total of 20 hours. So you have discussed these 4 topics 20 hours. Then, and the ratio of time to total. So in here, we need to get the ratio or the percentage between the total time and the domain time spent. So for example, under topic A, under cognitive, we have spent 2 hours. So all in all, we have a total of 20. So we need to get the percentage of that. So we need to divide 2 by 20. So 2 divided by 20 times 100, that is 10%. Then another 2 divided by 20 times 100, that is also 10%. Then 3 divided by 20 times 100, that is 15%, and so on and so forth. Then we have the item. So we have the target total domain items. So for example, I am planning to have a 120 items test. So from that 120, you need to distribute it depending on its percentage. So we have a total of 120 items. Therefore, we need to get its corresponding ratio of time to total. So we need to multiply 120 by 10%. So under topic A, under cognitive, we have 10%. So 10% of 120, you'll be having 12 items on that domain or topic. Then another 10% times 12, or sorry, 10% times 120, you'll be having 12 items under topic A, affective. Then under topic B, cognitive, so that is 15%. So you need to get the 15% of 120, that is 18. So you need to have 18 items under topic B, cognitive, and so on and so forth. And lastly, we have the test item or score distribution. For example, you are planning to have three types of exam or three types of tests. We have test 1, test 2, and test 3. So under topic A, cognitive, we have 12 items. So make sure that the item distribution or item placement or the total items must jive with the target total domain items. For example, topic A, cognitive, test 1, we have items 1 to 5. So that is 5 items. Then test 2, we have items 1 to 4, that is 4 items. Then for test 3, we have 1 to 3, which is 3 items, a total of 12 items. Same is true with topic A, affective. So we have number 6 to 10, which is 5 items. For test 2, items 5 to 6, which is 2 items. And test 3, items 4 to 8, which is 5 items. So a total of 12. Then under topic B, under cognitive, we have a total of 18 items. So it is distributed. For test 1, we have 11 to 15, which is 5 items. Test 2, 7 to 14, which is 8 items. And test 3, numbers 9 to 13, which is 5 items. A total of 18 items. And so on and so forth. So that is all about table of specifications. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have learned something.